Welcome, beautiful soul. Welcome to this juicy share. This is a share from the weekly mentorship sessions within the experience, The Becoming. And The Becoming is a 5-month group experience that I run once a year. It's my signature offer, and it's experience that is going to take you and unfurl you into yourself, an involution to become your truest soul expression, expanding into the light leader that you incarnated to be, you chose to be, and to serve humanity with your ultimate truth. It's for the seekers, the explorers, the emerging leaders, deepening and finding their new edges. Now, this mentorship session, you'll hear the way that I'm talking is, it references a few things that we have already covered. Now, what I did want to kind of preface with you is that there is a section where I reference an exercise. It's called a mind reset exercise. It's a theta healing exercise, which is the classes that I teach. Now, I've included this exercise below. So when you open this email, when you listen to this coding, or if you're listening to this on YouTube, you will have the link in the description or the notes below so that you can go and do this exercise. I really want you to have the tools so that you can really go and make a difference with your own involution, your own unfurlment into the leader and into the person that you're becoming, right? So if you want more information about The Becoming, please reach out. You can find it on my website. You can find it through me. We can have a chat about it. But also wanted to mention here as well, at the end of the transmission, at the end of this share, this mentorship session, I talk about really being accountable, and I would love you to be accountable too. Like, message me with your results, tell me, put it on Facebook, tag me in it, like, use this for you, not for my benefit, but I want to celebrate with you. So, and I can't celebrate with you unless I know that you've actually you've done something. So tag me in it so that I can come and celebrate with you. Apart from that, enjoy your bloody day, right? And we will speak very soon. Take care, my gorgeous one. Good morning, my wonderful ones. How are you? Happy Monday. It's Mentorship Monday today. Apologies about Friday. I had all intentions when we were away to record in the countryside and be in full receptivity and connected, and there was no signal. I wanted it to be current and present, like in the present moment, because of what I'm talking about today, and it was just not going to happen. I walked around the campsite. There was nowhere that you could get signal. I tried to upload a post just to test it, because it would sometimes the signal would dip in and then sometimes it would just be nothing. I was like, well, if I leave my phone here for a bit. So I tried to do a little post, and it took like 17 hours to post it. Every time I went to my phone, it kept saying, you're offline, your post is paused. And I was like, oh. And then when we left and picked up signal, it posted it. Anyway, welcoming you to this Mentorship Monday. I've had a wonderful time camping. We didn't go for long, it was only a couple of days, but it was just a really, really beautiful time with family to connect and just be out of brick and into tent material and just be in the green, feet on the grass, like being awoken in the morning to the sounds of, nature, the wind, the couple of drops of rain or just from the trees that just, land on the roof of the tent, and the very gentle sounds of your children sleeping next to you. And it was just so lovely and so needed. And you know what? It always brings Dave and I closer together, which I love, because we usually go away as a family, and sometimes there's a few little tent couples that we have that go with us. We take ourselves off, and it's so lovely, because it always gives Dave and I a moment, even when there's lots of families together. And usually when families come together, everyone's chipping in and helping out, but Dave and I just have such a wonderful time when we go. So anyway, and I reflect on this morning, and as I look into the becoming and what it is that I want to talk to you weekly. And it's really important that you have these mentorship moments on a Friday delivered to you in present moment from the person that's facilitating this container, who has the capacity to produce extra little bits of information metaphysically for you to receive and hold in your space when you're ready for it, whether you listen to this today or whether you listen to this in, a few weeks' time, or you listen to this in a few months' time, depending on how the becoming is supporting you. It's intentional that you... Oh, washing machine's better. It's intentional that you receive what's important and what's dedicated for the experience of the becoming. And again, this is why I added this into the becoming. I wanted to be having, deeper conversations with you. Now, what I'm talking to you about today is something that you would have heard and experienced and practiced many times. And what I want to bring into your awareness and into your space today is that it never goes away, and it's a constant reminder. It's part of the cyclical cycle that we live in, and this is about presence. And one of the greatest gifts that I can give to people in this lifetime, and I know it's part of my purpose because it comes up again and again and again, is the art of being present. And I posted something on Instagram today. I just remixed and reshared something that I saw that I just loved, and it's about the art of noticing. And it ties in beautifully to this weekend because there was a lot of the art of noticing for me whilst we were out in nature. But this comes back to your daily practice. And the art of not just noticing, but the art of being present in each moment is so important for you in the becoming. Because in the becoming, this experience, this container, this mentorship space, but also what you're learning, you're embodying, and you're cocooning in this moment and in this time space. And again, this isn't necessarily just, regulated to now. This is regulated to whenever you are imparting yourself into this program, whatever time and space that is. This program is about you unfolding and unfurling into yourself. Right? It's about really disconnecting yourself from the conditioning of society, from the conditioning of, your comparisonitis, from the conditioning of being stuck in a looping mentality, so that you're always continuously looking outside of yourself for the next thing that you should be doing. And this is all about reframing this to come back to yourself. That can only be done in the present moment. Now, many people will sign up to the becoming because of the capacity that it holds in moving you through these moments in your life and through into your career and into the purpose and into the leadership that is kind of starting to bubble and emerge for you in your life. And that includes, the company that you want to create, or the business that you want to have, or the way that you hold yourself. And when I talk about leadership, I've mentioned this before, it's not just about you leading thousands of people. This is about you and your community. It's about you being a leader within your family first, within yourself first, within your intimate relationships first, whether that is your career, whether that is your family, whether that is your friends, whether it's your actual physical community in where you live. Maybe you're a carer, or you're a cleaner, or whatever it is that you do, you're going to have a community, and your community is something that you would have been placed and you would have chosen as a soul to step into and to be a part of, to help, to guide, to be present in this experience, to be present in the way that you're unfolding within yourself, to show others how important it is for them to come back to themselves. So you going first and doing this unfurlment into the present moment is so important. When you're unfolding into the present moment and coming back to who you are and deconditioning yourself from the conditioning and the oppression of society and the collective consciousnesses. You've all done theta healing, you all know about collective consciousnesses and conscious thought forms that gather, create momentum, and then create an untruth that society believes in. You know what's not truth. You know how to connect to the highest truth and use the highest truth to fuel you. This isn't about ego. This isn't about thinking and being and doing things a certain way that other people are doing. This is about finding your own narrative, finding your own way. And you cannot do that unless you are coming back to yourself. You cannot do that unless you're using the present moment. Now, this is where I'm getting to the juice of the stuff, right? Your present moment and the career and the way that you're utilizing your business, your purpose, the way that you're leaning into yourself in this container and beyond, your self, and this is an acceptance piece as being a human as well, we'll always be looking forward, right? We're always looking forward to what we want. And essentially that would be one of the reasons why you stepped into this container, right? Why you came to the becoming, why you wanted to be in this space, right? Not only just to come back to yourself and trust yourself a bit more and prioritize you, and knowing that that's going to, boost and enhance your leadership and yourself and your skills and your whatever it is that you're focusing on, but not intentionally, but what's the word I'm looking for? There will be a point where you have, sorry, the bin men were coming in, it was distracting me. Just had to pause that for a second. So when you are coming back to yourself, you're in your business, there's going to be a part of you that is going to want to have a goal and have a place that you're going to. And I talk a lot about this in Explode and in the recent masterclass that I just did, right? This is about this velocity piece, which includes a direction, a place of where you're going, right? It's a streamlined piece of momentum, compounded with speed and a focus point, right? That's velocity. You know where you're going. It's not just about going quickly. It's about going quickly with a point of destination. Okay. Sorry, I just ran upstairs now. I'm out of breath. I didn't want to lose my train of thought. Okay. So, I mean, you get it all in these mentorship sessions. You won't get this anywhere else. Okay, so you're going to, in your business, you're going to have this point of velocity. You're going to have this point of growth. You're going to have this point where you're like, I really want to get here. And this does include a bit of future self-visioning. It includes your desires and really dreaming. It includes, maybe a bit of strategy of knowing how you're going to get there if that's how you work. It includes and knowing and bringing together the masculine and feminine energetics of yourself, of life, of the earth, of business to really come and support you in that. And it includes many, 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 many other things. But there is ultimately going to be a point. This comes down to discernment. How much do we talk about discernment, right? Again, it was mentioned in the masterclass. You have to be able to know where your limits are and where your kind of fine line boundaries of where things change. And what I mean by that is when you have a direction of somewhere that you want to go and you're really you're gunning for it, there comes a point where you are going to be over-tipping yourself out of present moment and into the future. And the future hasn't happened yet. The future is a construct of our mind, right? Because in the quantum realm, there is no future. Everything's all happening at the same time. We only ever have the present moment. Okay, and this is why it can be very dangerous or quite harmful when you overcorrect and overproject into the future. If you are clinging on to your desires and they are your motivation and it's expansive and it's fun and it's joyful and every day you're sinking into what you're doing now to get there, but the ratio of happiness and expansion comes from the present moment in what you're doing day to day and how you're serving and how much fun you're having. It's very different from doing things because you've got to get somewhere, because that's where you feel your presence, your focus, your reward, your goal, where your future, your destiny lies. When you're so future focused, there comes a point where it becomes a little dangerous, not, gonna die, but it becomes dangerous to your states of being, your physical, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your energetic, all states of being are going to struggle to bridge the gap between the future self and you now. Because you're always waking up in the morning and thinking, right, what am I going to do today that's going to get me closer to this? What am I going to do today to get me closer to this? That's outsourcing your power to the future version of yourself that is going to hold the reward. When I get here, I'll be this. When I get here, I'll feel this. When I finally receive this, things will be better, right? And whilst, yes, that gets to be part of being in the future, if you can't receive it now, or you can't be excited about being in the now and start bringing those future elements into the present, you're going to really struggle to ever get into the future. Because when you finally do arrive at the future destination that you've been so focused with, the future becomes the present moment because you've arrived at it then, right? It becomes the present. So the future is only ever in the present. It's really, really important. This is a really important code for you to really embody into your being, however that needs to rest in you. Really breathe this in, this present moment, and how important the present moment is. Because you'll never arrive at your destination if you cannot bring the future into your present moment now. Because that's essentially all it's ever going to be. When you can start doing that, and you can start holding elements of the future within yourself, and by that I mean creating when you think of your future self and what it means to be, it's about creating that emotion. That this is a little bit Abraham Hicksy, if you like. If you listen to Abraham Hicks, it really rings true into their teachings as well. If you desire money, if you desire success, you're basically saying to yourself, I'm not that now. You're giving yourself permission and acceptance, which is fine as well. It's not a bad thing. There's obviously shadow and light to everything, and in terms of frequency, like, with everything. You're outsourcing yourself and telling yourself that you don't have that now, which is not true. You already do have success because you're here. You already do have success because you've accomplished so much already. You do have success. You are powerful. You are a miracle, right? You do create miracles. You already do that. And the moment that you accept that and realize that and go, shit, okay, yeah, and this is about, tidying things up. And I would really recommend you, if you haven't already done it, to do the Reset Your Mind exercise. It's in your portal. It's under meditations in the Becoming portal. If you go to the bonus meditation section, it's the last one. It's called Mind Reset. I think Mind Reset exercise. We did it in Theta Healing. It's part of the You and Creator course. But I would encourage you to go and do that, because what it will do is it will tidy up all the thoughts and memories that are maybe skewed or a little bit out of place, that don't feel right, that are stopping you from being able to sink into the present more easily. When we're as you know, when we're overthinking or we're in regret, it's a difficult place to be in. We can't always really sink into the present when we're always holding space and energy over regret. Should have done this, wish I'd done that, or this person, whatever. And same when we're future projecting. If we're too far in that, it's energy that's not tidy. And when it's not tidy, it's leaky energy, right? We're not focused. We're not bringing all parts of ourselves into the present moment to be able to utilize them. We've got bits and pieces everywhere. When you do the Mind Reset exercise, it will help you, and Creator will just help you tidy all that up, really let go, cut cords, really show you what things need to be put back into the place where they've been dealt with already, or that they don't need to be because you don't need to worry about them. And it will help you get more future present so that you can really lean into today in the future moments. And if you don't feel like you want to do that, it's not long. It's only like 10 minutes, I think. Once you've done that, or if you don't want to do that, just think today about, one little piece of wisdom to part to you today. Excuse me. If you already had everything that you desired, how would you move today? What would you do? What would you do out of excitement? What would you do out of love, out of giving, but also that's something that you would receive from yourself? What exercise, what business thing, what challenge of the day, what would you go and do with your children? What would you do today if you already had, it was already done, it was already on its way, or you already had it? What would you go and do? What would bring you excitement and joy and presence? Because those are the things, and like I said a little bit, Abraham Hicksey, if you want success, and success, if you imagine yourself with success, what emotions do you exude from success? Right? Happiness, joy, excitement, expansion, freedom. Yeah? Well, you're looking at success in a particular, through a particular tinted spectacle at the moment because you think it's attached to things in your business. But what if you looked at yourself today and you created those sensations, freedom, joy, happiness, expansion, in your day-to-day now? What would you do now that would create freedom, joy, and expansion? Right? Because those are the codes of success. Those are your energetics and those are your emotions of success that you're desiring. So bring it into your now. Do it now. Do it today. Focus on one thing today, even if it's something that's 10, 15 minutes long, that's going to bring you into the present moment, bring you all those emotions and things that you love and you're desiring now. That is about really stepping into who you are, fueling yourself from your own cup because it's coming from you, not coming from anyone else. It's your own unique desires. And move from that point today. And then what I would really love you to do is I want you to champion and own this and come and tell us in the group what you did. Really, really important for your accountability. And it doesn't matter if you've done this 2 months down the line and you're listening to this now and you're thinking, oh God, I don't want to put it in the group because we've finished the becoming. Message me and tell me. Be accountable. Shout it from the rooftops. Tell me how it was. Tell me what you loved about it. Okay? I love you 100 billion times around all the suns. I'll go downstairs now. And have a wonderful rest of your week. I will be dropping another Mentorship Friday. And I love you all so much. Take care.